Get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts. Come and get them hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Hot facts. Gig economy. Robert Reese. News channel. Gig economy. News channel. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts with Robert Reese. Hot facts. 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 Hey. With Robert Reese. Come and get them hot facts. Hot facts. Hot facts. Robert Reese. Gig economy. News channel.
Oh yeah, we own it. We own it. We own it. We own it. I hope you guys like that Hot Facts song. Hot Facts, Hot Facts, Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Gig economy. News channel. Hot Facts, Hot Facts. Y'all gotta like that song. Thank you, AZ Prod, for being here. Fist pump to you right now. Gig Wars official is here early. Hulk Smash is in the building. What's up to Coach Eli in the building? What's up, Coach Eli? What's up, Eli? What's up, Eli? I want to give I like it when you do this. I like it when you say, make sure you be kind to each other. I like that. I like that when you do that. That's got a lot of energy. I like that. Keep that energy up, man. Ultra Ego Wisdom. Hello again, Robert. How are you doing, sir? I'm doing very, very well. I believe you are in the UK, mate. Thank you for stopping on in. Yeah, we got a good one. Hulk Smash is going to be in here. George John, for those of you who don't know, what's up, TFT? He is a faithful supporter of a lot of channels here in the gig space, okay? So, he gets around, he shows support, he's members on many different channels and things like that. So when he gets in here, please show some love. He is what a true supporter is by the things that he does. He puts out good words. He likes for people to get along and be involved and everything like that. Great dude, serving the military. Thank you for your service. So when he gets in here, show him some love. The topic of today is we're going to be doing an interview, and during this interview, we're going to go over a few things. So I don't want to give too much out yet. So we're going to watch this and get it in. Now we're about in the UK. Planet Mondo, how you doing? I'm confused. It's YouTube, and we should obey YouTube rules and guidelines only if I am correct, sir. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. What's up, Eli? I see you, man. I see you, Eli. Let me go ahead and throw that up there. I see you, man. Eli is in the building, people. Make sure you show some love for Eli. Make sure you throw some thumbs up for this one here. Throw some thumbs up for this interview. John George and George John is I call him that because it's both names. Okay, he's both names, so I call him that. Oh yes. What did Eli say? Planet Mondo, grow up. Yeah, Eli, tell him. Tell him, Eli. So, George, whenever you're ready, I know I told you 10 to 30, so we got a little bit more time for that. Oh, I wanted to go over this. Go, Choppy. Okay. Keep it real. Keeping it real. How you doing? Thank you for the super sticker there. He says, you're speaking on gig wars when gig is not real part of YouTube. It's just a topic or job you folks do on a daily basis. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what we do in the gig world. Hold on, let me try to. All right, TFT telling me something. Uh, all right, gig people. That's when you got to step up. Somebody talking like we're not even part of YouTube. Hot facts to the rescue. We got to defend what we do. You're watching me on YouTube now. Was that real choppy? All right, I'm about to switch to the phones. Give me a quick sec. Give me a quick second. I'm about to, the headphones to a little bit. But you're watching me on YouTube right now. And how are we not a part of YouTube? That's what I'm trying to figure. That's what I'm trying to figure out. The gig world gets no respect because we show what we do on a daily basis. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I think that's hilarious. What is wrong with it? Okay, now let me see. Oh, Okay, let me do this. Let me put this down right here, and let me switch this for you guys. I can't believe what I just heard. The gig world is not part of, like, wow, not a part of YouTube. We got a lot of work to do, gig world. We got people that don't even respect it. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, good. All right. All right. Whatever. 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 We rocking with it. I want you to make sure you don't leave. All right. Make sure you don't leave. We don't belong. Red says no sound. All right, let me see. That's probably not even better. Oh, hold up. All right. I should be okay, right? Should be okay. Am I good? Yep. All right. Uh, whoo! Look, don't you ever disrespect the gig world ever again. I'm gonna tell you that. Don't you ever disrespect the gig world again. If you watching Hot Facts, first of all, you got to understand what we do. We get out there when nobody else is. Okay, we are taking you your medicines, your groceries, your clothing, supplies for your contract for your job, everything. We are doing all of that. Okay, we are doing all of that, all of it. We get you your needs, your essentials. We get your kids what they need. Your parents in those retirement homes, we get them what they need. We drop off medical supplies. We transport blood. We transport kidneys. We transport organs. All that stuff. Hairstylists, barbers, uh, independent contractors, personal trainers, um, dog walkers, everything, everything. Nannies, big brother, big sister programs, driving the kids around, driving the kids around. We do all that. Don't you ever disrespect the gig world ever again. We actually do this. See, this was my message to the gig world. See, y'all stay in the gig world. We got other people that just say, you're just a delivery driver. This is a person like that. What you go do when you're able to talk to them? On Hot Facts, we go check them. We go check them on Hot Facts. Don't you ever disrespect the gig world. Don't you ever do it. See, gig world, there's other people that you should be defending what you do about, not hating on everybody else doing something in our own community. This was a prime witness. All you guys are prime witnesses, and this person is a prime witness. So we don't play that on Hot Facts. We don't play that on Hot Facts. We don't play that. We come from all aspects of life. So many of us have so much in common that we just ignore it. Know your role before you come in here. Hot Facts don't play. I saw you come in here, Hulk Smash. I saw you come on in. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and get you in. Everybody in the chat, if you are a gig worker and you support what we do, leave a thumbs up on this video. Leave a thumbs up on the video. We have not seen uh, a content creator in the gig world defend the gig world against someone that says all we do is just deliver. We have no other roles. Leave a thumbs up and quit hating. It's time to stick together now. You don't want to have a community divided like that. That's terrible. Hulk Smash, if you're in the building, I saw you come on in. What's up, Axel? Thank you for that thumbs up. If you are in the building, George, go ahead and what is wrong with this? Hold up. And I got him. Hold up. Let me get this thing straight. I should be it. Let me see. All right, let me get up. Let me get up. Okay, I see him right here. Oh, go back. Let me get you on up here, George. Bam, I got you right there. Let me hit that. Add to stage. See, you should be getting added anytime soon. There it is. Bam, you should be up there. Let me see. You should be coming on in just a little bit. All right, you should be on. Bam, I got you there. Let me go ahead.
Mic check.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. I like
1 2.
Yep, I got you. I like the color of those headphones.
I see yours too.
Yeah. I like that. I like that, man. I like that. How you doing this morning?
Doing. There you go.
All right. Let me see. All right, you all good? What happened to George? What happened to George? Okay, he'll probably come right back in. All right. He's gonna go ahead and pop right back in, probably go ahead and get all the way up inside there. But gig world, we gotta stick together, man. And I hope you guys saw my community post. I had a community post up, and it was off of we had another act. We had another crazy act in the gig world. People joining on and using propaganda and messages that they don't understand. And we got to stop that. Check out my community post. All right, let me get you in. Add to stage.
All right.
Add
Sorry.
to stage. You should be coming on up. Bam. Let me hit this. Let me hit this. And you should be coming on in. All right.
Mic check.
1 2 1 2.
I hear you. How you hear me?
Yep. 1 2 1 2. I got you there. Yeah, man. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, sir?
Man, hey, I feel good. It's not too cold. You know, it's actually right. It's gonna get a little warmer earlier, but it's not too cold right now. So it's all good, man. I'm glad that you stopped by. For those of you who don't know, Hulk Smash, you see the name there. You have seen him on many panels from Real Talk with Roy. You've seen him here on Hot Facts. You've seen him over there on Official Gig Wars. You've seen him stop in chats with the DoorDash Revolution. He hops in whenever he can. You've seen him over there in the lounge. You've seen him over there in Necro getting bags. You've seen him all over the place. This is a true supporter of the channels in the gig economy. He's a member of many different channels. He served in the military. Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for that. He's a gentleman when he's in every single room. He understands what's going on. He comes with wisdom and he tries to correct instead of make more of an issue with when things are going on. I want to bring to you guys a good friend to me here on YouTube, and just extended that to a different level now. So there's gonna be some more communications and things like that. So we got that going on. I'm very honored to have him here, and wanting to be up here also. I'm gonna give you Hulk Smash, George John. I say it like that every single time for him.
I know. It's funny, man.
Welcome to the show.
It's funny when you do that, man. George. I go by either one, man.
Yeah, no. See, that's why I do it too. That's why I do it. You know what I mean?
I go by either
That's
one,
that's
man.
that's yeah. That's my little personal thing with you. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You got to have a connection with the people, man. And you got to know how to do it. Um, Thank you for being here, and
thank you for having me.
we had some dialogue on and this is why you're here. You had a first experience with doing something in the gig world, trying to see what else you can do in the gig world. You were on a show, and the channel is Official Gig Wars. In case you guys don't know, the channel has something where you can actually battle other gig tubers, and by ways of how much money you make in the day or however long it is. We're gonna get into that to figure out the details on that. You get up in there, you do that. They have a leaderboard that keeps track of everything, so you can see exactly where you are on the board with everybody else out there. So it's kind of like a fantasy league for delivery drivers. And George happened to want to go ahead and participate. So I'm gonna just start off right now and just hop right on into it if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
All right, so I would like to know, with Official Gig Wars, how did you hear about the chat channel, and then how did you join to be a part of the actual wars?
Well, it was from the lounge. When I went to the lounge and stuff, Rolling with Red, she started the channel and she was introduced to the lounge and stuff. So when I went there, I said, "Hey, this is not bad." So I waited till them launch off and everything. So they had some awards and stuff, and then I waited for a while to make sure some of the kinks, because you know how when first thing starts, you're always having some kind of hiccups. So I waited.
Mm-hmm.
So when they got a lot of the hiccups out of the way and things like that, I went over there to the Gig Wars official live show one day, and I was asking them, saying hi, popping in and everything, chopping it up, and then I asked them about the Gig Wars app. So they explained to me, that it's an app that you could go against other drivers, and have fun, talking a little smack in good taste and have fun. Sometimes depends on the war and what they do. They might have different prizes and stuff, but most of the wars are just having fun with. So I decided to join up and stuff. You can get a free version. With the free version, you just have commercials, and then the non-free version that I know of, you just don't have no commercials. So I was like, I don't care, I'll just have the commercials. And it ain't that much, so I did the free version. I did a war. I actually won the war and stuff. So I said,
Well,
hey,
wait, wait,
so I
wait, 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 wait. Well, wait. So this was your first war, correct?
no, I have a few more wars. I'll show you in the app how many wars I have. I have my
Okay, okay.
yeah, so
I
I
want
have
to
my
clear that
tablet.
up.
Yeah, I have my
Okay.
tab. I have my phone here, and I'm talking to you through my tablet. So then I could do some, show and tell. So when I'm speaking on things, I can actually show some, some insight on the phone.
Okay, perfect. Keep that handy on you. Keep that handy because I was under the impression that this may have been your first war. Now this brings a little bit this makes it a little bit more interesting because it was not your first war. Okay, so that means you fully understood the app. You fully understand the app, correct?
Well, the way the app was told to me, like I never did actually initiated the war. I always just joined into the wars. So
Okay.
during the wars, I'm gonna boot up my app so that I can actually show you as I'm talking. So it'll be a
All
lot
right.
better. Give me a second here. Uh,
Now, people, this is what in order to be able to make sure that you're speaking the truth. Sometimes you got to come with your hot facts, and this is hot facts. And what he is doing is he's actually going to the proof to go ahead and show. Keeping it real says GLM are talking about Kenneth. Who is Kenneth?
all right. Can everybody see this?
Okay, wait. Let me see something here. I'm gonna put you on solo. I think. Let me see.
All right. Yeah. Can you see that? Yeah, I can see
Hold
it.
up.
Can you see it?
Yeah, got you
All
there.
right. Okay. That's like I just logged in. That's the login page. What comes up?
Okay. Yep.
All right. So then now I'm gonna try to do it. All right. See the little three dots right there on the top? I'm gonna click that
Yes.
right there. If I can see it. All right.
Uh-huh.
Then it goes to Gig Wars. Well, first of all, I'm gonna go to home. Not home. Let's see here. Yeah. Profile. All right. The reason why I'm going to profile is to show you that I am on the app. This is me. This is my app. No, my account. It's nobody else's account. There's my little picture up there. My email up
Mm-hmm.
there. G John 50. That's what I go by on the Gig Wars app. So I
Mm-hmm.
just want you to, South Carolina, SUV. I'm a part-time driver. That's what that says. Part-time driver.
Mm-hmm.
Platforms. I'll click that. What that does, it tells me all the platforms that I do. All the platforms that I
Now,
do.
are those platforms like is DoorDash and those platforms linked into the app itself from your accounts?
No, what it is they just want to know what apps you do. So
Okay.
then that, because a lot of drivers do different apps. So they just want to just have a tally of how many drivers do different apps. So that's all that is.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all that is for. All right. All right, now. All right. All right, but you see it says Gig Wars?
Uh-huh.
See? Okay, I'm going to hit that. All right, here's all the active apps. Gig Wars, active wars right now. These are all active wars right now. Some of them have
Okay.
dates on later on in the month or later on in the year, later on in months or so. Some I think it's next year or something like that. But these are the active wars they say right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you see it says active wars in the red. Now the black button says previous wars. So if you want to Gig Wars, you can see all the previous wars. I'm gonna
Okay.
go to previous wars. Let's see here.
Showing the app, people. Now, this is really great for you people out there that may actually want to go ahead and try the Gig Wars. He's showing you how the app works. He's
Yeah.
showing you what you got to hit. He's showing the history. So pay attention to this gig drivers out there.
I'm trying to find the war that me and Ceci went. Okay.
And
Right here it says Grubhub. Grubhub War. Okay, I'm
Grubhub
gonna
War
click
and
that.
Ceci
Yeah.
and Ceci is obviously another gig driver. What is her name on YouTube here? I put it in the chat. I mean in the when I shared it, but I don't know it all the way. It's nomadic something, nomadic gig
Nomadic
econ or something.
Gig Econ Mom.
Oh, nomadic gig econ mom. Okay, and her
Right.
name is Ceci, you say, and that is the person that you were
Right.
involved in
Here's
this
the war.
battle with.
Yeah, here's the war that we was involved in. Right
Okay.
here. Now it
Is this
tells you,
was this your first war battling her?
yes, sir. First war battle
Okay.
her. All right.
Now, how does a war get started?
Basically, like you just talk with people, or like I said, sometimes people just like when you go on the Gig Wars app, you can see a war. Like I'll go back to active wars. You see all those active wars? So when you go on the Gig Wars app, it'll show active wars. So these are all active now. So you just click on a war. I'll click on the Tesla war. Okay, I clicked on Tesla war. So when you click on the Tesla war, it tells you stuff inside. It says Tesla war in red. Let me get it in here. Sorry, I'm trying to see. It says Tesla war in red, and it tells you when the war ends right there. All right, this war is already being already started, so it tells you the total amount right here. The length of days so far, 6 days. How many distance all the participants are in, 699. And how many trips all of them did, which is right here. Here's the names on each person on the wall. And they show you, let's see. They show you all the stats right here. You can click on each one. Like say you wanted to go against Cody C, right? You can actually click on him. Just like if you doing basketball and these kind of sports, you're gonna want to follow your team.
You can check his stats.
You can check their stats to see what they're all about, because once you do a war, you're gonna see what they're about. And then it says view user profile. I'm not gonna hit that page because that's information that I don't want to show. Right. So it is there for you, but some of these people on the platform, they might not be on this war app, so I don't want to do that.
Right.
So like I said, when you go on, all these wars will pop up, and you can find a war. I think I already went on some of these wars. They're supposed to be starting soon. Hold on, let me find it. That one. Okay. 2024, the $5 million one. You see, I'm in second. That war don't start yet, but they put them in alphabetical order according to whatever things are. They put you in alphabetical order, so you can see all the people that are into that war. They're up there, but it tells you what time it starts and everything like that. This one starts.
Now, who picks the rules? Who picks the rules?
Whoever wants to be in charge of the war, who starts the war, they the ones that have to like put it in the blocks and stuff. Like this one right here, it says platforms allowed, and it tells you all the platforms allowed. And then in this block, it tells you what the instructions are and stuff. What is allowed if there's anything in there.
All right. So they put the instructions in. So when someone is being when they're being the creator and the instigator of the war, they are the person that's actually like the league manager in fantasy football league. You got to put all the rules there in writing. Right. So you have to be clear with your writing for your war that you are participating in.
Right. Now let's go to another war.
So you have to be very clear. Okay.
Right. Well, this war right here, the Tesla war. Okay. It says in the instructions, basically it says you have to have a Tesla car to run this war. If you don't have a Tesla car, you can't go in this war because it says it right there. You see it?
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Yeah. So if I had another electric car, I can't go to this war because it says Tesla only, basically. Then it says down here what apps you can use and stuff like that. So in this block right here, it'll have instructions, like if you don't want no cash tips or whatever the case may be. This one says you have to have a Tesla car to run this war. So these gentlemen right here have a Tesla car. So they're going against each other. So
now are these one-on-one? Are the battles one-on-one?
Well, there's 3 of them in this one.
So it can be 3 people in a battle. All right, so you open it up. So
it could be more than 3. Like I'll show you the other war. Let me see here. That's 2. All right, this war right here didn't start yet, but look how many people are signed up. Well, this war is different. This war is a war that Gig Wars officials set up with people. With Canada. So the Canada team and the U.S. team, which is Gig Wars official, they set up the war and they go over the instructions and everything. So they have their teams. So this war, you can't go in unless you're part of that team on this one. So that's an instruction in there.
Okay.
And then it tells you all the apps and stuff.
All right. So, now, how many days does a war last? Like, what's the length of a war?
Well, the war could last like this one. Let's see here. This war right here could last a whole year. It depends on the person who's
Hold up. So it's infinite. You can have infinite time on a war. Wow, a whole year war.
Yeah, it's a whole year. This one's a whole year, and it starts next year.
So wow.
Yeah. So that
this is a way for people to. This is a way for people to intrude on your personal finances, though. If you do a whole year war, you know what I mean? If you do a whole year war, you're pretty much telling people, well, this is how much money I'm making, and then they can track you.
Right, like this one here, it says 31 days, right? See that?
Uh-huh.
So that's
31 days. Wow.
That's the length for that war. So it varies on whatever the war's about. So whoever's in charge of the war, put it up. It varies. So now I'm gonna go back to, let me find it again. The war that I had. Well, before I do that, yeah, I'll go there. Hold on. Let me try to find it again because it's down here somewhere. All right, Grubhub War. That one's not it. Where's that war? All right, this one. All right, you remember? This is the war I did, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. The only thing it says in the box is Ceci versus George in the instruction box. Okay. So that's saying that it's just me and her. Nobody else can enter. So it's an instruction. So it's only me and her. This is a one-on-one war. Now,
where are the other instructions, though? Where are the other instructions? And
there's no other instructions. Now on when it says platform allowed, it says Grubhub. Now, what that means, according, if you read this correctly, you can only use Grubhub earnings, whatever the app does, and all the earnings that pertain to Grubhub. That means cash tips.
What I get from that
and
is
everything.
Because George, you showed me one that had very deep, like it was detail oriented. Okay, this is how you can tell when some people they did not work in the office and pay attention to detail, because this is like obvious right here. You showed me one that had all the detail there, and all this thing says is your name's there. It's only for you two and Grubhub. That's it. That's all it says.
Right. It don't say nothing about no cash tips are allowed.
No,
all
nothing.
This other stuff. It just says Grubhub. That's the platform you got to use. So basically, with this platform, I can't go and do DoorDash and put DoorDash. I could do DoorDash, but I can't put the earnings inside the app, inside this app, because it doesn't count, because I didn't earn that money from Grubhub. I earned it on another app, so I could only use Grubhub earnings and everything. Since that's like that, I could use that every earnings that I have with Grubhub. That means cash tips and anything. So even if I get tipped on the app, that's fine. But then if I get cash extra tips, that's also part of my earnings. So that's why.
Now that we got all of that, now take me through, because obviously you don't know what that person's doing. They're doing their own thing when they're driving. Explain to me, because from what you just saw, from what you just showed here, there was just you just do Grubhub. To me, that means everything that comes with is there. There
Mm-hmm.
was nothing to
Mm-hmm.
say, we're not doing this, cut off this.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing there. It was just an
Mm-hmm.
open blank. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, from it being like that, I want to know, what was your process in doing it, and then turning in all your numbers. Take me through how you did your part of the
Okay.
battle.
Okay. Like, since it's not my first war, I'm gonna show you my stats because it's mine. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna go. Okay, but this is the page of the war, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna hit me. So I hit me, and that comes up. All right.
Wait, let me put you on solo really quick. There you go.
Yeah, you
You on
got me
solo
there.
now.
You got me there. So that comes up. All right. So I'm gonna hit view user profile. All right. Now it tells me what war I am actively in on the active. So there's another war that I'm gonna participate in, as you see there. You see
Mm-hmm.
it? All right.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna go to previous wars, the other one. All right. Here's all the wars I did. All right. These are all the wars I did so far.
Now go back to the war with her.
All right.
With
It says
Yeah, with
Brother War
Nomadic.
number one. Now you see, it says the war, and then it says rating, and then total. Okay. Now, if you
Mm-hmm.
look at it, it tells me that my final summer week, that was my actual first war. I was in first place. I won it. I beat the war. So I beat everybody who was on that war. Now, the second one is the one I just did, which is the newest one. It
Mm-hmm.
says Grubhub. I'm in first place. That means I beat that war. So I was the top.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when I first did the first war, you know, I figured, like, this is why I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say next. Is when I did the first war and I completed it and I won it, I figured somebody would ask me to show proof of your numbers. So I had stuff ready just in case they asked. Nobody asked me to show proof of the numbers. So since I rated and had everything ready, just in case, then I'll just ask them how to do it and stuff because I was still new at it. So I had that stuff screenshot and everything on my numbers and everything like that. I screenshotted all the cash and everything too. But nobody said anything to ask me for proof of numbers. So I figured this war is on an honor system, since nobody asked me anything. So I'm thinking it's on an honor system. So that's
Right.
why I said that. So when I did this war, I decided to do my numbers and stuff because it was single and I was doing other wars. I didn't win the other wars, but I wanted to show my numbers and everything for this one because I won according to the thing. So I had everything. I put everything on Discord because I was on the Discord for GWO. So when I did that, everybody could see my numbers and everything right there. So that's how you could go through the war. There's other stuff you could do. If you want to do a war, I was just told by Cody that you hit the three little things there on the top. You hit that, and then you hit start war. You hit start war, and then all this comes up, and you just fill in the blanks. That's what he said. So I never
I
did a
think
war.
you're going to be a person that's going to be initiating more wars instead of being the person that clicks on them, so you can be more so you can be more thorough in those instructions. I think that's probably what you're going to end up doing, is doing it like that. Now I got a question, because
Okay.
when I watched the video now, I
Mm-hmm.
got upset because of the cash tips. Now where I come from, okay, and everybody knows, I show you guys that I get cash tips. My wife gets cash tips. They come all the time if you know how to use your own interpersonal skills,
Mm-hmm.
customer service, with how you do your work. You put in some cash tips, and they it got to the point to where they say cash tips don't count, but they say that it's when you put in the cash tips also that makes them not real. saying that your cash tips were, from what I witnessed myself, suspicious. And the suspicion was because I don't get that. Okay. That was stated there. I don't get that. I don't do that. You said I'm not in your market. I'm only dealing with what I'm dealing with, and I'm putting them in. So the suspiciousness of just getting the extra tips, but then saying that cash tips don't count. Tell me why you waited. I heard, but for everybody else out there, tell them why you waited to put the cash tips in, and then explain why they count, and what you do is what you do.
Well, when I do the different wars, like I don't just put my earnings in right away. You know, I try to get them in before the end of the war, or before the end of that day. If the war cancels, how many days the war is, I try to do at least before the end of the day. Sometimes I'll go throughout the day and I'll put some in here and there. But I was things were happening this weekend and stuff, and some personal stuff was involved too. But I also had to make sure I had for the war. I bought new phones and gadgets for me and my wife, so I had to make sure that working and stuff. So as I'm out there, I'm also doing stuff at home, and then personal stuff with my wife and stuff because of situations that happen and that's personal. Um, so some of the stuff I just waited because I know I had time. But then my market don't start. It's not a 24-hour market. So I verified that, and I'll show you how I did that too a little later on in the show. And that's when I was saying that my market doesn't start. It's not a 24-hour market. And I said my market starts at 6 a.m. and then it ends before midnight. And I wrote that in the text on the chat, live chat. But when I with the tips, I put the tips in a special spot in my car. So then at the end of the day, when I know I'm done, I usually go and tally them up and then put them in my earnings. I just put the earnings as I'm going. I try to do that throughout the day is with what I have for whatever the app I'm using or multiple apps. Because sometimes
Just like a waiter or a waitress would. Just
right,
like a waiter or a waitress would. At the
right,
end of their shift, they take
yeah,
off their apron and go count
the
all their
tips,
money up.
right,
Yep.
yeah. So that's what I did. But I got tired and stuff, and it was dark. So I was like, I'll go home. I was tired. I just wanted to go home and sleep and go to sleep. So I went home and went to sleep. And then when I got up in the morning, I turned on the app. I noticed the app because I already saw the app said 2 days. So I was like, well, I'll just do them in the morning. I get up early enough, so I'll just do them in the morning. Plus, I wanted to do my screenshots and all that stuff and send them over to
Now,
Discord.
well, stop there, because you said 2 days. This is very important. This piece of information is very important. Okay, there is a problem with the app. Okay, and the problem with the app, and Gig Wars official, she asked if she can get up here and speak with you. Also, when we're done with this, I'm gonna say all the way fully yes to this, because she's been saying that you're doing a decent job of explaining how it works, but the creator knows more. For a full tutorial of how the app works, go to on Discord. It says go over to Gig Wars official. So I would like to know from her right now, because she says you're doing a decent job, but the creator knows more. But you are showing the actual app and going through everything. So I just want to know, what is there an issue if someone is going over your app? But I'll give you a chance to answer that, and also this question here, because this is a question for the creator of the app. Because if this happens in the future, uh, some people may not do wars with other people because they're going to think that they're going to be trying to cheat. You know what I mean? So if you cannot set the war up for a 1 day war because there's a 2 day setting on it, correct?
I didn't know that. I found that out on a live stream on another content creator, and happened to be one of the content creators that was there in that live stream explained it to me that works with Gizwo's official. and they said that they are working on that. It was only, and plus the person that was going against said it that day too. I didn't know the restrictions on that, the program and all that stuff. I don't know none of that stuff. Like I said,
That's what I'm talking about.
I only just
That
joined that.
communication.
Yeah, I just joined stuff. I don't never did a war. That's why I asked him, is it okay for what I'm doing about the Christmas thing? And then if you listen later on in that broadcast yesterday, he would say that, for what I wanted to do, it's something, I can't really say the right, but basically it's not easy because it deals with money and stuff, and you can't really do that on that or something like that. He would have to
Well,
explain
this
that
is my
more.
question though,
But
George.
but
This is my question. This is my question though. Why would you set up a 1 day war when you're an experienced person in it, when you know that you cannot do it with the settings? Because if someone does do it how you did it, instantly the person that does it for the 1 day is going to say that they won because they didn't do it in time. If someone is looking at that, that's a way to try to cheat and win your wars. If you set it up for 1 day and don't tell the people that this is how the app actually works, that's a problem that needs to be fixed in the app. Because even though you guys weren't going for real money or anything, look at how competitive it gets just to win. It went to the cash tips and everything, but at the same time, uh, the how the app works for this particular war should have been put in the details, like saying, look, this is a 1 day war. We all know that it's a 2 day process, but you need to put your process in 1 day and give that time frame in those specific notes there. If you don't do that, the other person is at a disadvantage because they can wait like you did to put their numbers in because you're allowed to. You did what you are allowed to, and the other person got mad and they came on there and disrespected you. And while the Christmas thing, I'm gonna let you talk about right now about that Christmas thing, because you were saying I have a great idea uh for uh um for Christmas for the wars. During that process, she came on and said, let me stop you right there, and then didn't let you get a chance to say everything that you were saying now. So I want you to go over your idea for Christmas so everyone can hear it without you being interrupted. Because I thought it was good because I was listening to it. Go ahead and give that Christmas idea for the war.
well, the Christmas idea was, since we all competitive, and we all kind of like friends and stuff, virtual friends and stuff, and then some people actually are friends outside of YouTube with people too. And it's Christmas time. Just to give a little something back to the people participating in different wars. Have a little war, but if whoever won the war, whoever all the participants were, they would just donate $25 to the person who won the war. That's what it was. But the thing was with the money issue is to do that. Cody could explain that better. He did explain it on No Giggity No Crouch channel. But I can't really explain how he said it. But basically, I couldn't just do the war like that. I had to do other stuff. Basically, he was saying I had to talk to the people, you know, behind the scenes to see if they'll agree with it, because of laws and stuff. I don't really understand that. So I'm not going to do the war because my idea was for that, and I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do that without
Oh,
trying to
that's
talk to the
easy,
people.
George.
I don't
That's
know how to do
easy.
people numbers.
No, but that no, George. It's so easy. Let me show you how easy it is to just set that up. Just think of it like a fantasy football league, right? All right. Well, we're gonna choose someone to hold the money, have it on a cash app, okay? On a cash app, have someone hold the money, put the money in the cash app, okay? And whoever wins, you just cash app the money to the other person. That's all you got to do. It's that easy. It's
Oh,
that
okay.
easy. It's that easy. You know what I mean? It's that easy. The idea is something when there's money involved, they're trying to make it seem like it's gambling and things like that. No, but it's for charity. It's charity. You put your $25 in, it goes into the Cash App. The winner gets that, and it goes to how it's going to be dispersed. The $25 that you are putting in is a charity donation and is going to go to a winner. So that's charity. They know that. They know that it's a great idea, and they may actually use it in the future, but that's a great idea. So just know that when it comes around, That's a great idea. Now,
Okay.
now, now, hearing what I heard, Bobby said he said he was fearing that during this interview, Ceci was gonna be put to look bad. Well, here's the thing: it's not about looking bad. It's all about being professional. First of all, I I guess Red's a friend. It's an app. Be professional about the app. Um, don't go blow up on someone over a game when you did not specify the instructions, everything else there in the rules. You failed to do that. He did by way of default on what the app does. You got mad, you got on there, you cut him off, and then you said, when it's not even your war, you said, look at this, look at what I get. And you showed him numbers there, and that's not even in the war. You were doing that because you were angry because he actually won. He made cash tips. You were angry at him making cash tips, and he put them in. He said, I don't know what you guys don't do. I know what I do, and this is what I got. I don't care if you don't make what I got. That was very upsetting that he actually won. And to showcase exactly, how you are in competition, that's what you did. You represented yourself like that. And you may get mad at me saying it. I'm just keeping it way real because I've seen over there on the lounge and things like that, all the words that you guys say about hot facts without even having an interaction with them. I've witnessed the interaction with this gentleman here, and he did nothing wrong. Everything that was supposed to be done right was in your hands as the commissioner. Now, when I did my video and put the premiere up, Red said this. She said, I'm not involved. I know you're not involved. It's your app. I never said you were involved. You are not involved. It's your app. These two people are involved. Red also said that they make up the rules for their own war. Okay, she said they. I have to do some more research on this, which is why this interview is here. She did not go over anything with him at all. That was kind of backing your friend right there. Yes, they go over the war together. You're not in it. They're in it here. So because she did not do any of that, that was the issue there. Lack of communication and everything else went to a losing effort and then made someone get upset and did all of that. And it is what it is. Luckily, it was not over real money because I don't think if it was real money, you would have got paid. You know what I mean? I don't think you would have got paid because someone don't want to lose, you know. And I think that we got to figure out. Well, let me ask you this: after the war, and you heard that you were suspicious and it didn't count and everything, and seeing that the app was not set up like that, and then Cody had to explain to you after what fixes do you think the app needs um to fix itself so these things don't happen? Or is that the only issue with the app is the 1 day war and the 2 day processing?
Well, I think it's more of a human part that the communication's got to be a little bit better. I don't really have no way to communicate with my opponent except through a live stream, which was no giggity, no doubt live stream. That's how I was communicating with her. Um, I don't. I'm not gonna ask her for her phone number and stuff because she don't know me like that, and I respect that and stuff like that. Um, I I could have probably looked up Discord maybe to try to reach out to her because that's like a public
There's no way
forum.
to chat in there's no way to do like a chat to each other in the actual app. You know how on apps like if you're playing dominoes or something, you can talk to your opponent like saying, like hurry up or something. There's no way to communicate in the app to just see. Look, this is why this is a good thing. These are issues that the app is going to have to fix so these other problems don't happen. Okay, so now we got the 1 day war with the 2 day process. Then it's the communication within the war. You know what I mean? That
Mhm.
you cannot communicate with the person. You have to go third party to Discord or go to someone else's live stream on YouTube, which in turn is going to make you watch their channel to get them watch hours instead of communicating directly because you know you got to be on your phone doing your job. When we watch YouTube and things on our phone, we're driving and listening. We're not even watching the screen like that. And when someone writes in something, you're not looking down trying to break your neck like that when you're driving because you'll crash.
Mhm.
I see how it's set up. That needs to stop right there because you need to fix that. The communication aspect is going to be a huge problem in the future because there's no way, and the only way to connect is if you consider yourself a good enough trustworthy person to have that person's contact info. Well, to avoid all that, you don't need that person's contact info. You should be able to just chat on an open live like you do on DoorDash or when you do on YouTube or
Mhm.
anything else. You can do a live open chat and do that, and it sends a notification to the person's phone, like it vibrates or does something like that to let them know what's going on. Um, that's a major issue there. The 1 day war with the 2 day processing. So we got two issues there. Is there another issue that you may see that can help this app become better?
That was the only issue that I had was what
Okay.
happened there. I mean,
All right.
any other issues? I don't know. They probably fixed them. They were saying things were bugged before, but they fixed them. But I didn't start the war until a little later because I knew that when you first start something, you're gonna have some kind of hiccups. So I waited to see how it went before I put stuff in it. So then I waited a little bit for that. But I didn't see the app was smooth and everything. The app was smooth. I don't have no issues with the app and nothing like that. So it was just like like you
Just
said, those
just
two
just those
issues.
two issues.
Those
Just
those
those
two
two
issues that
issues.
yeah, those two issues right there that I saw. 'Cause the app was smooth, man. I never had any problem with the app. Nothing. It doesn't even crash on me and nothing. My phone flows with it easy. So
See, I think this was the thing that Red was worried about. She thought you were angry and you're gonna get up here, and she left a comment and said, "Well, if someone's gonna go ahead and trash my brand," she's so worried about her brand that this is valuable. Now this is crucial information and constructive criticism for your app. These are things that people are not telling you, and you probably have not had this issue happen. But when an issue like this arises, and this is your brand, and you are the creator of the app, you have to hear these things so that you can better the app. It's not a way to bash a brand. This incident here does not put a blemish over the whole brand. This just puts on the kink that needs to be fixed, kind of like Glitchgate. The glitch, people using the glitch to go ahead and make more money on. This is just a little kink
mhm.
that needs to be worked out. There was no bashing going on here, but the link is up. You did ask me yesterday, could you get up? Could you get up there? Could you get on up and talk to George? Because you are the creator of the app, and you said you know the app a little bit better. So I would like to know from what he showed us right now, what can you fill in right now, and then let us know from what you heard about these two issues with the app that needs to be fixed. What are your plans for fixing these two problems? The link is up and George is here. So by your request, just waiting on you to hop on up. Bam, here it is. Bam, I see it back here. Let me go ahead and hit that. Add the stage. All right. All right. Red is here. So you got to echo your explanation of the
I haven't. I'm on Android.
okay, so I'm gonna
I can leave and come back.
no, mute yourself when I talk. All right, let me see.
I can
Yeah,
come in on my. I can come in on my iPad.
oh, all right.
I'll come in on my iPhone. I'll leave and come back.
All right.
They're having issues with Android. Hold on.
All right. So George, she asked me during my live yesterday. No, it was a lot of communication on my premiere, on my live, and then on Necro getting back. So there was communication She wanted to be able to be up here while you were going over it. I said we'll wait till the end, and then have you get on up. She said she wanted to ask you some things or go over some things. She thought you were going to be angry and it was going to go bad for the brand, but that did not happen. But she said she wanted to go ahead and ask you some things, and we'll talk about the app and those two issues, and then figure out whatever else is left out with the app that we can all learn from. Because some people are going to go ahead and download the app after this, because they like war.
Mic check.
I hear you.
1, 2, you're in there.
This one better?
Yep.
All the way better. So Red is here, and George is here.
Hi, Robert.
Hey, my favorite woman.
He gave his.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Now George gave his he showcased the app, showed how it works and everything. Is there anything that he left out?
Yeah, a lot of stuff. But I don't want to get into all that. First of all, I want to apologize that George did not have a good experience. That definitely is not what we want. And I was not aware that they were not having a good experience until it was brought to my attention about some issue on an unrelated channel. So from my perspective, I'm going to say that there was definitely a lack of communication between the parties as to what the rules were. And when there is a lack of communication, there's always going to be disappointment. I want to say that we do the best we can do to provide an opportunity for parties to communicate. I'm going to list the ways. So I have a live stream that runs every day. People can either type in the chat or they can hop on panel to talk with each other. I have a Discord. People can talk in the Discord to each other publicly, or they can private message each other on Discord. In addition, they can call each other on Discord, so there's no sharing of telephone numbers. And in addition to a phone call, they can also do a live video chat. All of that is free. So we provide several ways for communication. I'm going to tell you about their war.
But all of those are third party, though. Instead of like directly communicating with the person.
I will get to that. Well, I mean, the Discord it's the Gig Wars Discord. So there's like, I don't know, 70 or 80 members in there. And George is a member and Ceci is a member of the Discord. So they are used to communicating with each other that way. There's also, I can be reached directly and privately in there. Gary can be reached directly and privately in there. There is a section specifically for the app for suggestions, issues. There's a section for war ideas. So this war that George is talking about near the holidays, that would be a perfect section to, talk about that war in. Again, I only heard bits and pieces of it because I was driving and delivering while you were mentioning it, but it sounds really cool. I want to tell you guys how I was confused by their war, because all it says in the instruction part was George versus Ceci. And some of the stuff I was overhearing was that it was Grubhub earnings only. So to me, that meant that you guys are strictly using the Grubhub app. Like, there was nothing specified as to whether it was cash tips, no cash tips. When I heard the phrase Grubhub only, that also makes me think that you guys weren't including any tips, like you're just going on base pay. I mean, I don't know. I'm confused. So if I'm confused, I understand how you both were confused. But Robert, to address you for in-app communication, that is an update. Last night on the Situation Room, about midway through, if anybody wants to go back and replay that, I clearly laid out all of the updates in the app. I don't know. Is there anything else that I can say?
No,
I see George is circling.
those were the two. Well, the 1 day war thing he had an issue with. Also, the 1 day war and the 2 day processing on when you can input.
Right. Oh, yes. So, well, that's in the updates, and it's not only is it going to be like today, like to the day, there's also going to be an end time. So there are many updates coming. There's 5 or 6 updates.
Okay.
And remember, this is a work in progress. This is a brand new app. It was released. It was beta tested in March and April, and released at the end of April to the Play Store. So we're only November. We're not even 6 months old. So I mean, look at all the glitches that the apps we use daily to earn our money have. So I would say Gary's doing a damn good job.
Okay. Yep. Here comes.
And we absolutely are open to suggestions. Again, in the Discord, there's a section solely for the app to say, like, if you notice a bug, let us know. We can't. I hear feedback. I mean, we can't fix a bug. We can't fix a bug we don't know about. And we absolutely welcome input and feedback from our users, because I mean, that's who the product is for. Product is not for me. It's not for Gary. It started because a way to keep track of scores, because it solved a problem I had. I don't know if you remember, but that's how Gig Wars official channel started, was having competitions, and it was a way to keep track of the earnings, because the way what we were doing, fast forwarding to more users, it was just not possible to do it the way we were doing it. So we needed an app, but ultimately it is for the end users, and we want everybody to have the best experience that they can have. So we welcome feedback. We welcome your input, and we consider everything. And then we do a cost analysis and see if it's something that we can do now. And maybe we can't do it now, but it's definitely, Gary keeps a list of every suggestion we get. And we will absolutely do what we can as soon as we can. I wanted to address, Robert, so this war that George mentioned that goes for the entire year, it's a $5 million push war. It allows 100 people to join, and we are pushing to make $5 million. And you had a concern about people putting their personal financial information out there. We don't know who these people truly are. So, I mean, it's anonymous. Like, my name in the app is red. There's somebody in the app called Fart in My Mask. I don't know who the hell that person is. So it's all numbers.
Well, with that being said, with the numbers though, when people are putting their numbers in, how honest are the people with their numbers when they're putting them in?
Well, it's when it's a general war like that, we're hoping, we're going on the honor system. We're hoping that people are putting in their real, actual, true numbers. That said, there are all the ways to communicate that I mentioned to call bullshit when you need to call bullshit. Like, for example, George and Ceci, for their war, they both took screenshots and posted them in the Discord. Now, when it comes down to an official war, and again, you refer to my channel as Official Gig Wars. That's not the channel name. It is Gig Wars Official. When I host an official war, we verify everything. So, for example, the war with Canada and the United States, I will verify my team's numbers And we do that privately on Discord. We share screenshots. And then the other team captain, he will verify his team. And then it comes down to either a trust factor between me and the other captain, or he and I will share if he and I call bullshit on each other. So there are checks and balances in place. But again, every war is the individual's war. They make up their own rules. It's up to them. I certainly can't monitor every war that goes on, and I don't need to. It's not for me. It's for the participants. It's their wars. They should
All right.
be they should be
George's
communicating.
issue was about the tips, though, too. He had an issue about the tips.
Yeah.
They didn't believe that he can get that money in tips, and they
I
said
don't.
that it was suspicious. You know what I mean? So is that bullshit that he's able to get that much in tips, and you go call bullshit because it's tips?
Hey, listen, it wasn't my war. I wasn't involved in the war. It was not an official war. Again, those two they were on another panel together somewhere else, talking about it, and I didn't catch all of it. And now, unfortunately, that live has been set to private, so I couldn't capture everything.
All right. Well,
But
yeah. Well,
I
you
don't know.
answered that stuff.
In this particular scenario, it came down to a lack of communication between the two. The rules obviously were not clear. So there was either not fully communicated, or there was a misunderstanding in their communication. And again, that is unfortunate. And I don't feel good that George and Ceci did not have a good experience and result. And I'm going to say that it came down to a lack of communication. And George is a regular user in the app. I believe that George has a good time with the Gig Wars app. He's been in at least 6 or 7 wars, right, George?
That's correct. About 7 wars now.
So George, what I would say to you, because you want to, you have an interest in this Christmas war, write it in the Discord under the war ideas, and that you're going to start a war, because you can do that. You hit the start war button. You decide how many people you want to allow into it. You decide what platforms you're going to allow. You decide if you're going to allow cash tips or not. Create the war, and people will join. As far as the money aspect and giving that to the winner, obviously Gig Wars official can't have anything to do with that. That is gambling, and we're not a gambling app. That does not mean that you guys can't make your own arrangements with that.
Yeah,
I don't know how. I don't know how you would
facilitate
that. What's that?
I was just trying. I had to think about it. I was just trying to, do something for the community. Just have a little Christmas spirit thing in there or something.
You know what? It sounds like a lot of fun, and if you create it, I will join it.
I'll think about it, because with the money thing, it's I don't want nobody getting in trouble. And
so my
over there told me some stuff about who's gonna keep the money and then cash it out to the winner. That's the thing. I don't mind doing it, but if I'm part of the war, I can't, because I'm gonna be part of the war. So I need somebody who's not gonna be part of the war to be able to hold the money, and then be truthful to give it to the person.
Right. I'm gonna tell you what I would suggest you do. I would suggest that part of the rules be that whoever joins has to have Cash App. Nobody give anybody any money until the end of the war. You verify the winner by screenshots, right? And then everybody who participated in the war has to Cash App directly to the winner. That would be my suggestion. That way nobody is holding the money. And if somebody were to not follow through and do what they're supposed to do, I wouldn't go to war with them anymore.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well,
And
I'll think about
TFT
it.
says no cash tips in any war. Many people have said that in the chat. I want to thank you for stopping in, Red, for giving the feedback on the app and the updates. And yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Well,
Bye,
thank you.
George.
Bye, Red. You have a good one.
All right, George. So George, you were able to go over the whole situation. It was very clear, very thorough. I appreciate that. Very clear, very thorough, and the two major issues that need to be resolved. She said that there's some updates coming that's going to be fixing those. She said she didn't know about them like that, but now she knows. But that's why you should be getting up and putting your information out because you want things to be better when you're using the app. You know what I mean? And you want an even fair playing field. So if the
Mm-hmm.
playing field is fair, the game is fair, it's all good. Just like with the glitch. We had a lot of drivers out there using the glitch, making videos talking about they making gazillion dollars doing challenges. How can I make $600 in one day? And they just sitting there glitching the whole day. And you got other people out there driving, doing it right, and they getting a normal day. And people looking at them like, oh, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, nah, let's go ahead and fix it. Even playing field is always good. And I thank you for being so upfront and honest and actually showing the app. So many times people get up on panels and they'll speak without showing the proof or anything. So I thank you for doing that. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. My tablet died, so I had to use my phone, and so I probably won't be able to show you any more screenshots really because my tablet died. That's
Oh,
what
all right.
took me
All
off.
right. Now
So
you all right.
mm.
So man, how do you feel now that you were able to get it out and the overall objective has been hit? How do you feel now?
I feel that everybody will get an understanding. I just want people to know that that instead of just going after somebody and accusing them of things, let them speak to try to tell their side and then get an understanding. You know, because I felt, and I'm gonna be honest, I felt that when that happened and then other people was getting on it or the other party, I felt that my name was being diminished. You know, I had to protect my name. You know, that's the reason why I'm up here is to clear my name because I have a reputation here on the Gig Two space. And a lot of people saying I'm good, I'm a good person, all that. I don't want nobody to think that I'm a person who would cheat on anything or not be trustworthy of anything, because that's not me. So I'm up here to make sure people understand that George John Hope Smash is not that type of person who would do anything just to cheat over a war or anything, because that's not me. I'm upfront honest. If I don't know something, I tell you. Now, and I give you all the respect because you're a person. I give you respect. So when I come and I have a disagreement or something, I respect you, and let you speak. And I like to talk to the person, not away from them. That's giving that person a chance to speak and everything. So then that way I can learn for his or her side of the story as well. Because maybe I misunderstood what the action was too. And then if I can't listen to the person, because I don't want to, I'm talking over them or anything like that, I'm going to lose out on some possible information that maybe it could have been a big misunderstanding that would be blow up in a big proportion that don't need to be. And that's not how I operate. I try not to do that.
Right.
So
Now,
that's all.
Cruising Dasher is asking how much was the cash tip in question. It was $95 in total, right?
It was $95 in total for that day. Now I don't get those big whopper cash tips like that every day. Now I want people to know that, and it didn't come from one person. It came from multiple people who I delivered to. So when I get cash tips, it's not just one person. So I don't know. I'm not saying people don't know that, but I'm just putting it out there that I didn't get a cash tip
Boy.
from one person. I got it through multiple people
Yeah,
that day.
multiple people, man. I got $100. I have a video that I got $100 cash tip, and it's on my thing. Like I got $100 cash
You
tip,
see?
and
You
from the
see?
customer.
You got a hundred
I got
dollars.
a hundred. I
I'm
got a
trying to
hundred
see
dollar
where you
cash
that.
tip. I have a video of it. I have the actual live. The right along when it happens, and I have it on a short.
Hmm.
I got $100 tip from a customer. Okay, I got $100 tip. So
So you
that's why
see?
I show
See
the
that?
cash tips to let people know that it does happen. These things do happen. My wife got it was maybe like a couple months back. She got like $50, and then like around Christmas time, she got like a gift card and some stuff. And you know what I
Hmm.
mean? So that stuff does happen. And she gets cash tips all the time.
There you go.
And they add up. Probably in a week, I would say probably in a week, she probably makes a easy in cash tips. I would say probably like in between like $40 and $60 every week in just cash tips.
Hmm.
And then some
Yeah, that's
weeks are
nothing,
obviously
Boom.
better.
Yep.
Some days are better, you know what I mean? It just depends, but that's what repeated customers do for you also when they know that it's
Hmm.
you and you are the person that's always coming. Some of them times when
Hmm.
they can't tip, they go ahead and give you a lump sum on one of them, and
Hmm.
you go ahead and get them tips. People, all I gotta say is this: if you don't experience cash tips, I'm gonna just be all the way honest. It's something to do with your service. Okay, your service is making someone not pull it out. They've dealt with you before, and the interaction was not the same. They dealt with another driver that you do the that like you do something similar with. It has to do with your service and your interaction with the customers. You got to know how to do that all the way through, all the way through. When you do it all the way through, and you win your customer over, you're going to be winning something a whole lot more. So just know that. Whenever you see my wife and I don't go live in Walmart Spark, obviously, because you got to do too much on the app. Like you got to do the app. Like there's, I
Hmm.
don't carry two, three phones and walk around with
No.
selfie sticks and stuff on my waist and all that. No, I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that. But when for DoorDashing, and we on the DoorDash run, the orders and stuff. When she's making $50 an hour, $45 an hour, that's just on the app. That's not even like the cash tips that she's getting from some of these people. We don't even be adding them in. Um, and she gets a lot of customers that go back on the app and tip after. It's like she gets that
Hmm.
often. So, people just got to understand it's all on how you do your thing. It's all about your service, and it comes down to you. You know, Smokey the Bear said only you can prevent forest fires. Only you can go ahead and get them extra cash tips. You ain't gonna get them all the time, but when they come, they're gonna come.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I
my
got
wife
one
said.
story
She
there.
said, let's highlight that. Let's highlight this. She says I usually get cash tips more frequently on pizza orders than any other orders.
Yeah. When I used to work for Outback, the first day I started as a driver, because Outback was trying to do their delivery drivers here in Columbia, and the people over there were saying at the dispatch area for the takeout side, they were saying, "Oh man, you can get no cash tips from these people." So they gave me the order. So I went and did the order. I come back with $5 tip here, $3 tip here, $7 tip here, and these are the places that they were saying that they didn't get no tip. They won't get no tip. They don't tip, but I got a tip. But the bad thing about that is I have to share the tips at the Outback. So I didn't like that. If I put in the work, I want to get the money for myself. But
Right.
I have to share the tips. It
You
goes in the
showing
tip
them?
pool, and everybody had to share the tips. So I didn't like that. So
Right.
I didn't
I
want to see
got
that.
you.
Yeah. But I was putting all the work in, and they was reaping the benefits. So they'll give me all the bad orders, to go out there and do, and I come back with tips. And one person said, "How'd you get a $20 tip from this place? This place is run down and blah blah blah." I said, "Well, that person was nice to me, and they gave me a 20, but that 20
Yep.
had to go in the tip pool there." So I was like, "Nah, I don't really like those kind of jobs."
Well, I'll tell you this, George, you did a great job. You did a great job on this interview. Uh,
Hmm.
I see that you like the DoorDash revolution. You had the phone ready to show them receipts. Had the phone ready to show them receipts. So
Oh
you
yeah,
you
yeah,
did a
man.
great job on this interview.
I had to come prepared, man. I had to come prepared because like I don't know what kind of questions gonna be asked, and I wanted the proof to back it up. You know,
Right.
too bad my tablet thing died down here, and but I would have had proof of other stuff. But we really don't have to get into other stuff, unless we want to. I don't,
Oh no, we all right. No,
yeah.
you did a great
So
job.
we good
Oh,
with
and
that.
by the
That's good
way,
too.
I got your message. Also, is it holiday safety?
Yeah.
All right,
Holiday
yeah,
safety
yeah.
and awareness.
Yeah, holiday safety awareness. So we'll go ahead and set that up. Want you to be a part of that on screen now. Want you to be on
Well,
screen with that
I
now.
was talking with D-Rev to have me, you, and TFT if he wants to come in too, because he has some jewels to drop too, and it's important for holiday safety, not just as a gig worker but in your personal life because the holidays people turn and think different than a lot of different days. People get hijacked for stuff in their car, how to try to prevent you from being a target or not such a soft target, be more of a hard target than a soft target. That's really basically what the holiday safety awareness is, and things that we could do just to make safe on our own, at home and stuff. That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, all right. No, we're gonna make that happen. And for those of you who do not know, George here, Hulk Smash, is a hot crew member. When you're a hot crew member, you have the ability to get your interview in, which is what he's doing now. Okay, go ahead and read what it says there, and you get the ability to pick upcoming shows, topics. He throws me ideas and hints for the boardroom, and he has an idea right now, and that the message has already went out, and we're gonna go ahead and do this. These are things that come along when you're a hot crew member, a member of Hot Facts. You get that. You get priority to your questions, your comments that are going along with the panels and things like that. You get to ask questions. You get to do a whole lot of things, and you become a channel moderator also. You become a channel standard moderator, but you get to interact more with the people out there and more with the channel itself. These are benefits of being a hot crew member. He not only picked this interview, he scheduled his interview. This is the topic, and we got it in. When you're a real, true supporter of the people in this community, you'll go ahead and do things like that. Other content creators out there, make sure you have memberships that mean something. Don't just have them up there and just throw them up there. Well, I got members, but nothing happens. When you're a member of something, you're expecting to be a part of something else that's different from what you already have going on. So just make sure you do not downplay what your memberships are, and give something valuable to the people that are purchasing them, and make them feel like they are all the way part of the team, because it's helping you out with your progress of your channel and the growth of our community. Those are my final words right there. George, what are your final words?
I just say that people just be safe out there, because the holidays are coming around, and people are just thinking of stuff, and there's people out there who's going to start to try to do stuff. Just be more prepared and more aware of your surroundings, and try to be aware of stuff. There's going to be a safety video out, and hopefully it'll be a lot of information for you.
Yes, sir. And let me see if my wife got some last words. You got some last words for the final words? You got some final words? You go say them or you go type them. What you go do? Because you gotta hurry on up. Okay, she's gonna type in her final words. I was trying to put her on the spot to see if she go talk. But right now she's got my Jeffrey is protecting her right now. For those of you who don't know, Jeffrey is here in the chat. That is Nightbot. Nightbot, his name is Jeffrey. Jeffrey is my force field against negativity. When people coming at me, and Jeffrey is the protector of the chat. He is the ultimate moderator. And right now, Jeffrey is protecting her because of all the wildness that has been going on in the gig community, all the other nonsense dealing with, the racial stuff and people's wives and stuff. So Jeffrey has a force field up on her. I was seeing if she was going to peek up a little bit, but Jeffrey said, nah, it's not the time. It is not the time. You can catch her on picture right there, or in some of my videos. I actually show her. There is a thumbnail with me and her up there if you want to see a little more. And she actually has two videos when she's doing all the deliveries and I'm doing the filming. So go find those. Actually, if you are someone out there, okay, here's a $5 challenge out there. $5 challenge right here. If you can go give me a screenshot of the thumbnail with me and my wife and show there's two videos up there where she's getting in action. Leave the title of both those videos, okay? Oh, I'm gonna make it okay, $10 chat challenge, $10. Both videos, the thumbnail, and also there is a short with her doing something on the short with another driver. There's 4 videos up there. If you are the person that can give the both titles of the videos, the short and the thumbnail that me and her are both on, that's $10 coming to you by way of Cash App. That's the challenge of the day for Hot Facts. We're gonna call this Challenge Emilia. Okay, that's my wife's name. Challenge Emilia. Find the thumbnail with her and I on it. That's one. Okay. There's 2 videos where she's doing all the deliveries. Okay. And the short that she is featured in. So there's 4 things you got to do for $10. Okay. The first person that does that is cashed app to you. And that's the Emilia challenge. Challenge Emilia. So that's what we got going on right now. But people, she's writing her stuff in. I think she's almost done with that. In the words of TFT, treat people kind, don't half-ass the job. Treat everyone with courtesy and respect, man. That's what you got to do, and enjoy life. People, we out of here like Chuck Woolery and 2 and 2. Peace on out.